Ganesh sir?
Sir. Yes, sir. Shall we start?
Just a minute. Just a minute, sir. I will give you an introduction.
Sure.
Experiment. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the afternoon session of the 5 days national level online faculty development program on emerging trends in signal processing, image processing, and artificial intelligence. Our resource person for the session is Dr. Ganesh K, who is Assistant Professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Bapuji Institute of Engineering and Technology, Davangere. I would like to introduce Dr. Ganesh K for all the participants here. He has completed BE in Electronics and Communication Engineering from GM Institute of Technology, Davangere in the year 2007. He has completed MTech in Digital Electronics from BV Boomereddy College of Engineering, Hubballi in the year 2010, and completed his PhD in Visvesvaraya Technological University, Belgavi in the year 2022. Dr. Ganesh K, with a doctorate degree in Electronics and Communication Engineering, having over 13 years of professional experience with passion for teaching to create next generation technocrats. With strong academic background and passion to teach and utilize expert knowledge, potential skills in innovative teaching learning methodology, including project and content-based instruction. He has strong industry connections for academic collaborations, conducted many workshops on cutting-edge technologies, and delivered talks on national and international platforms. Dr. Ganesh K has published and presented many research papers in national and international peer-reviewed journals and in national and international conferences, and received various patents as well. Dr. Ganesh K has authored many books for technical domain, including Electronics Guru for Visvesvaraya Technological University, Janapriya Tantrika Pustakamale, published in 2022, and written ebook titled Basic Signal Processing Using Desmos Graphic Calculator. It is under publication 2023 and many more. Dr. Ganesh K titled with many professional certifications from industry giants like MATLAB and many more. Dr. Ganesh K is a member for many scientific and technical boards and societies, including IEEE Council on RFID and many more. With this exceptional professional background, we hope our participants will get wonderful insights from his session. We are very happy to have you with us today, sir. Hearty welcome to you.
Thank you, Chetan.
I request Ganesh sir to start the session, sir.
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
I think the shared screen is visible to you.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah, okay. So thank you, Chetan, for the introduction, as well as the whole team of the SJMIT Chitradurga, including Siddhesh sir, for inviting me. So Edge AI in computer vision, from insights to actionable intelligence, that we are talking about. So these are the things that we are going to have in this session. So introduction, image processing, computer vision, then the OAKD camera, the depth camera, tools and technologies, and building the actionable intelligence as well as the future trends. So we are having the different types of the computing devices and computing technologies. Among them, the device, the edge device we are taking. So edge device is a computing device uh, that is suited, that is actually situated or at the, it is at the edge of the network. For example, it is closer to the data source or the edge. The best examples are the smart devices, IoT connected devices. All these are the actually the edge devices. It is not there at the system, but it is or in the cloud. So it's actually at the edge of the network. So these devices are responsible for collecting, processing, and sometimes analyzing the data locally. So that's why I actually underline these words in the color, different color. So there it is, the whole processing as well as the analysis is being done locally, as well as typically in the real time or in the near real time experience we can have. So the edge devices are actually often used to reduce the latency. Latency means how much time it is taking to respond. For example, if you are taking any of the photograph and pushing it to the cloud and checking what it is, and then whatever the output you are getting, so there is a latency involved. There is a time delay involved. So in case of the edge device, the latency will be reduced. So that's the major thing that we are talking about. So to reduce the latency and minimize the bandwidth usage, each and every time we are not actually sending the data to the cloud and then getting back the response from the cloud. So this is not happening. So the bandwidth usage, the internet usage is also being reduced. So as well as enhance the privacy and enable the faster decision making by processing the data at the local processor or the local device. So these are the. So why it is necessary? You can ask. For example, let's say we are having a uh, um, automatic driving car. So it need to take the decisions in a very fast manner because it is a question of the life and death, or it is a question of the accident, which may be happening in a very few milliseconds or the nanoseconds. We must be talking about the latency as a major parameter.
So Ganesh sir, please unmute Makpudi sir.
Yeah. Am I audible to you now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the examples of the edge devices include the smartphones, IoT sensors, and then edge servers, as well as the embedded systems in the various applications. So these are the different examples. So we have actually till now we have seen the edge device. Now we are actually integrating the artificial intelligence into the edge device to make it as the edge AI. So edge is any device which is doing the processing, collecting the data, analyzing the data locally. It's not sending the data to the cloud. So that's the edge device. Then if you are adding the artificial intelligence into it, it becomes the edge AI. Okay, or the edge artificial intelligence. So it refers to the deployment of the artificial intelligence algorithms and the models directly on the edge devices such as the smartphones, IoT devices, or the camera, which I am going to show it to you, or to process the data locally. So this local processing is very necessary because we are going to reduce so much of the latency as well as the bandwidth requirement. And it is particularly valuable in scenarios where low latency as well as privacy are crucial. Next thing is the computer vision in edge AI we are talking about. So computer vision is a image processing and computer vision are slightly different subjects. In case of the image processing, we talk about the processing of the image. We actually talk about the images, parameters of the image we talk about. But in case of the computer vision, we actually talk about the vision part of the whole system. So whatever we are going to do from our eyes, that we are imitating or creating a system where the camera is going to take all the inputs and then actuating whatever the any of the actuators that need to be done. So actuation part, taking the input from the sensor or the image. So these are the things that the computer vision applications are meant for. For example, the face recognition or the fingerprint recognition system. The recognition system is a computer vision system. So anything that we see that could be automated, which could be automated, it's actually related to the computer vision. So computer is actually seeing and visualizing, and it is giving the valuable inputs. Okay, so it focuses on developing the algorithms and systems that enable the machines to interpret, analyze, and understand the visual information from the world, such as the images, videos, or in a manner similar to the human visual perception. So there is one thing called the gait analysis. Gait analysis means the walking style analysis. So based on that, the doctor, the orthopedician, can actually tell you whether the bones are in a very good manner, whether any bones are not in a good condition, or any imbalance of the weight is happening, or whether it is going to cause any problem in the future. So these are the different things that could be analyzed just by seeing the walking style of any person. Okay, so if the same thing has to be done by an algorithm, by image processing device, there has to be an algorithm which is looking into the walking style, and then it need to check whether it is in a proper manner, whether it is not in a good manner, with anything it is going to cause any harm in the future. Okay, so these are the things that could be done in case of the gait analysis, GAIT I'm talking about. So these are the different things that could be done using the computer vision. But the image processing will not be talking about these things. Okay, it will not tell you whether it is a correct posture or the wrong posture. It is not going to tell you. It is talking only about the image part. It's not talking about the vision part. Okay, it is something like this. So we have the eyes as well as we have the brain. Okay, so only the eyes is not sufficient to analyze anything. So whatever we are seeing, we are actually doing the analysis of that. So and then we are taking the action. So our eyes are connected to the brain, and brain is giving the instructions to do whatever the things that need to be done. Okay, so there is a intelligence involved. Okay, so we are talking about the same intelligence. So the computer vision in the edge AI. So computer vision's role in edge AI is to empower the device to independently process. It should not be dependent on the cloud to process any of the images or the videos or the inputs. So it should be doing it locally. Okay, so independently. Okay, so including the subject recognition, object recognition, pattern identification. Okay, so let me give an example. Let us say you're having a parking system, automatic parking system, where where you are having the system telling you which slot is free for the car parking. Let us say 10 slots are there. So in the 10 slots, the system must be telling you which slot is free, whether the third slot is free or the fourth slot is free or the 10th slot is free, just by looking at the image. Okay, so you are having an image of grabbed from the camera, and from that image, it should be able to tell you which slot is free. Okay, so this is actually a computer vision, and the computation is not going to happen in the cloud. It is going to happen locally. Okay, so that's why we are talking about the edge AI. So the information processing becomes very fast with the edge AI. So this capability enables the real-time decision making and the extraction of the actionable insights directly at the point of the data generation. So wherever we are having the data, there only we are doing the analysis. We are not taking that and pushing to the cloud and getting the information from the cloud. Okay, so this is the advantage. This is something like this. So this is we are having the data set, and then we are having the processing, and we have the, let me take the, yeah, so we have the data set. So this data set, we are actually doing the processing. So after the processing, we have the trained model. For example, let's say this is a face, this is a human face, this is a animal face or animal. Okay, so this is a trained model. So we have the neural network which is working on that. From that, we are going to get the different features, train that model. So we have the trained model. So this trained model can be embedded into an edge AI processor. So this is something like this. So this is actually a edge AI camera. Okay, this is not a normal camera which is going to take only the photographs. So this is actually having the intelligence to recognize whether it is a person, whether it is a animal, whether it is a fruit. So it is having the capacity to recognize. Okay, so this is having the processor integrated with the camera. So both the things are there. Yeah. So we are integrating that to the edge AI processor. So what is the difference between the cloud based artificial intelligence as well as the edge based intelligence? So I have made a list of that. So where the data is stored in case of the cloud AI, it is actually stored in the cloud. So in case of the edge AI, it is in the same edge device. It is being times you had the workout. Okay, so these are the informations it is collecting while you are wearing the watches. So it is an edge device. Okay, so if you are connecting that, if the information is being stored in the cloud, then it becomes the cloud. Other than that, it becomes an edge device. So the data is stored in the cloud in case of the cloud AI, and in case of the edge AI, the data is stored in the edge itself, the device itself. Then the latency to process. Okay, so it's actually higher in case of the cloud AI, and then in case of the edge AI, so it becomes real time or near real time. So it becomes very faster with the edge AI. Then security, the cloud AI is more secure than the edge AI because more security measures could be taken at the larger scale in the cloud AI than the edge AI. So the security is less, but the privacy is more. Okay, so that's the advantage. And if you take the cost of that, cost of implementation, then in case of the cost is actually cloud AI. In case of the cloud AI, it's actually lower, as well as in case of the edge AI, the cost is somewhat more because you are having the hardware for each of the device. Okay, so in case of the cloud AI, you are not having the hardware at the each of the user end. Okay, even a smartphone will be a device, a normal device, which will be taking the photograph and uploading that. So you're not having a dedicated hardware in case of the cloud AI. Okay, so in case of the edge AI, we are having the dedicated hardware which is doing all this processing. So that's why it's having the cost higher. The scalability is more in case of the cloud AI. So it's highly scalable. So you can while you are doing it in a doing it for one, you can multiply it by 1,000. You can have the same system scaled for 1 lakh people, 1 crore people. Okay, so it is not going to have so much of scalability in case of the edge AI. And what are the use cases? We have the different use cases for the cloud AI as well as the edge AI. So the large scale applications such as the image recognition, natural language processing, what are the natural language processing, the chat GPT, I think all of you are aware, all of our students have used for report writing. We don't find any mistakes because everything has been generated from the AI. Okay, so for such systems, we actually require large amount of the data, billions and billions of parameters are being trained. Okay, so you must be having a large capacity of the servers. So computation is very huge. Okay, so in case of the edge AI, the computations are less compared to the cloud AI cases, like the self-driving cars or the industrial automation. For these things, it will be working fine in case of the edge AI. So if you look at the difference, so AI processing with using only the cloud, so it will be something like this. The training and the inference will be given by the cloud itself. Okay, so you are having the training data, and then the inference results is actually coming from this. Okay, so but in case of the processing shared between the cloud and the edge, so it will be having the training data as well as the training model. In case of this is actually there. So training will be happening in the cloud, but the edge is also having the role to play. Okay. So let me go to the applications, and then we will come back to the real part of the OAK-D camera, the depth camera, which I am going to show it to you. So the real world applications and the use cases, how can we use this? Retail loss prevention. Okay, so we can have the edge AI powered cameras in the retail stores can detect the suspicious behavior, such as the shoplifting or the unattended bags, or in case of the real time helping prevent the theft and improve the security. So these are the things that are required. So recently there was a theft attempt at Davangere Reliance Trends, and it's actually a mysterious thing. Even now also the person who came to steal the objects is not found, because the CCTV camera actually captured he was entering from one of the duct, and he didn't come back. And security agencies have actually checked where he was, but he was not there. But interesting thing in case of this case is actually it happened at the night, maybe at the 2 o'clock in the midnight, 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, and there was a alarm, which there was a camera which was fitted with this AI camera, artificial intelligence, so which took the photograph, and it categorized it as a suspicious event. So that's what is the intelligence is. So insights as well as intelligence, both the things are important. So you are not just taking the photograph and keeping it storing somewhere, and if something happened and you are retrieving the data. No, it's not the case. So you are taking the action immediately. So you have the camera, you take the photograph, then get the insights from that, take the actions. So take the actions means the people here, the managers here, as well as the police here, they got the call from Mumbai specifying that something happened in their store at the midnight, at the 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So that's what is happened. Okay, so if something happens, it is going to the another it is going for the actionable plan. Okay, so that's what is important. So the retail loss prevention, it can be a very good thing. And recently there were so many accidents that happened in the 60 AI-based cameras have been deployed in Bangalore-Mysore highway, because so many people have died recently after the launch of this, after inaugurating this express highway, 10-way express highway. So they have limited the speed, 80 kilometers, 100 kilometers, 60 kilometers. So they have segregated. So each of the lane has to maintain that speed. If the speed is being crossed, then it will take the photograph, send it to the police. It will take the what is the number. So it will send the SMS. So these are the things that could be integrated. So ultimately, the AIB is being used for the traffic management. Okay, so it is doing it locally. Okay, as well as we can connect it to the cloud. So intelligent traffic cameras at the intersections use the edge AI to analyze the traffic flow detect the accidents and then adjust the traffic signals in real time to reduce the congestion as well as improve the safety. So in real time, it can actually adjust the traffic signals. It can give more seconds for the line traffic. For it can reduce the time slot for the line which is having less traffic. So these are the real time things that could be done using the Edge AI. And in case of the medical imaging, so portable medical devices equipped with the Edge AI can analyze the medical images like the X-rays, MRIs, and they can assist the doctors in faster diagnosis. Ultimately, the doctor has to treat, doctor has to judge, but it will tell you which all the things that can be. Okay, so it will be reducing the confusion. Okay, so recently there was an initiative to recognize whether the person is having the uh, uh, for example, any of the lung cancer or lung disease just based on the chest X-ray. Okay, so these are the things that are actually happening at the larger scale. Okay, so because we are not having so many doctors to diagnose, sorry, we are not having so much of the doctors to diagnose uh, in a mass scale. Okay, so if the AIs can recognize what is a disease, if the shortlist, this can be it can be type A, it can be type B, type C, type D. For example, if it is giving the 4 options with the highest accuracy, then we can actually treat more number of patients in the same setup. So that's the advantage. So let me take another one. Let me play this video. So this is the industrial quality control. So this Edge AI cameras in manufacturing facilitate the inspecting of visual inspection. We call it as a visual inspection for the defects or high quality production, ensuring the high quality production, as well as minimizing the errors, as well as the operational cost. How can we do this? So this is one video I found it interesting. Whether the video is being played.
Up to 80% of today's businesses still rely on annual inspections by their employees to guarantee high quality standards. Our intelligent quality assurance algorithms use 2D and 3D imaging technologies to reliably distinguish good parts from bad. With our quality assurance solutions, we provide answers for every industry and every task, such as component inspection, finding defects in metal and plastics processing, the checking of services and weld seams, detecting damaged packaging, as well as the inspection of food products. At DataSpring, we rely on artificial intelligence, or AI for short. With the help of our AI software platform, Deep Learning DS, the development and maintenance of your individual application is implemented in 4 simple steps. The first step is to record and collect image or sensor data of your product. Then the data is tagged as good or bad parts. Afterwards, the artificial intelligence is trained and validated based on the annotated data. Finally, integration into the production system is done offline via smart cameras and industrial PCs, or online in the cloud. This process is highly efficient, and ready-to-use solutions can be implemented in just a few hours without a single line of code. The fully trained AI can be used flexibly in production systems and can reliably monitor the quality of your products. Your individual solution for quality assurance is thus implemented much faster and more efficiently. This saves time and costs. Complex problems whose requirements could not be fulfilled in the past can now be solved quickly and easily with AI-based image processing. We accompany you on this journey. DataSpring, your partner for machine vision.
So this is one video wherein the visual based systems are being used for the high quality production while reducing the human error, as well as to inspect the any of the defects in case of any of the production. So this could be the another case.
Up to 80%.
Yeah. Next one is the smart agriculture. So the drones equipped with the edge AI enabled cameras can monitor the crop health, identify the disease, then optimize the irrigation, as well as it is actually leading to the increased productivity. So we are having different sensors that are being integrated into the drone, as well as the drone is actually having a visual system, and it has to recognize how much is the depth. So depth it need to calculate, as well as it need to check what are the different diseases that are happening in different longitude latitude, using the different uh, uh, analysis using the different bands of the imaging. Okay, so in the different spectrum, so we get the different information. So all these automations could be done using the edge AI, because you cannot send the data to the cloud again and again. So we must be having the data that is being stored locally, so that we can have the faster processing. So another case is the autonomous vehicle. The self-driving cars rely on the edge AI to process the sensor data from the cameras, as well as the lidar sensors, to navigate, identify the obstacles, and make the driving decisions. So the faster decision making process can be enabled through this edge AI. Important case in case of the wildlife conservation is the remote cameras with the edge AI can identify and track the endangered species, helping the conservationists monitor and protect the wildlife in their natural habitat. So the endangered species wherever we are having in the forest, we can put the edge AI cameras for the camera trapping, and recognize which species it is, and what is the time it is moving. So all these information we can actually get. So as I said, the another case is the health monitoring. The wearable devices with the built-in edge AI can continuously analyze the user movement, as well as the vital signs, providing the real-time health insights and early warning signs for the medical condition. So let us say if you are, it is measuring the BP, the blood pressure, okay, or the SpO2, okay, the oxygen saturation. If the saturation is decreasing because of the increase in the or change in the climatic condition, okay, so it can directly give the signs. Okay, so your oxygen level is decreasing, so kindly consult the doctor, or otherwise kindly go for the inhalation. Okay, so it can give the valuable uh, feedback. Okay, so these are the different cases. Then another case is the smart cities, where the surveillance cameras with the edge AI can monitor the urban environment for the various purposes. It can be traffic management, or environmental monitoring, or for the even the public safety also. Okay, so for different cases, we can actually deploy the edge AI devices. So I'm actually sharing another one using the OAKD is the camera I'm talking about. Okay, this is the edge device. So till now I have shown you the edge device. Let me show you the use case of that. Let me stop this and go to that. Let me open the site. Yeah, okay. Okay. I think whether the shared screen is visible to you. Chetan? Chetan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, shared screen is visible to you, correct?
Yes, sir. It's visible. Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is actually the one of the company working on the vision solutions, Luxonics. One of my student friend actually gifted me a camera of this. So I actually explored so many options using that. I'm going to show it to you what all the things that could be done. So so these are the different cameras that are available. These are not the simple cameras. They are actually having the capacity to recognize. That's what I'm telling it to you. So I am actually taking this OAKD light. Yeah. So if you check this, it is actually having the three cameras. So 1, 2, as well as 3. Okay. So the combines it actually combines the high performance and economy, providing all the superpowers offered by the different cameras. So this is actually called the depth AI camera. Okay. So it is going to check how much is the depth. Why the depth information is required? So normally it is required for the two cases. Normally, one is for the drone cameras to detect how much is the depth. Okay, for any of the spraying purpose, in case of the agricultural use, or checking how much is the depth for different surveying purposes, or it can be, for example, uh, any robotic vision where you are having a robot which is actually having the pick and place. It is grabbing one of the ball. Okay, for anything you need to have the depth information. So at which distance it is the object is there. So we need to get that information. That information we don't get it from a normal camera. So normal camera, it is not going to give you the depth of the object. Okay, so at which distance it is having, we are not having any information. Okay, so this is a peculiar camera which is actually having the advantage for that. Okay, so it is having a very good processing power, and it is having the 13 megapixel RGB camera, and it is having the autofocus as well as a fixed focus variants. I think it is a whatever I'm using focus or the fixed focus, I don't know. Okay, then we are having the 6-axis sensor combining the accelerometer as well as the gyroscope. So we have the 6-axis accelerometer as well as gyroscope for the orientation we can check. Then we have the USB 3 power delivery as well as for the communication. So it is something like this. So normally it's get heated up because of the high computational power. So so that's why it is having the heat sink beside that. It will be something like this. There is another one option which could be used. We can actually have the Y adapter where we can have the different data cable as well as a power cable. So it is having two things. So here actually we can give the power cable, and this can be the data cable, and both are getting integrated into this system. So since I am not having this Y adapter, I am directly using the USB cable. Okay, so the normal Type C USB cable I am using. Okay, so this is a OAKD camera. So this is basically for the robotic vision. As a in a robotic system where it is going to grab one of the object, then the distance or the depth has to be measured. So depth cannot be measured from a normal camera. That's why we must be having the depth cameras. Okay, so that's why we are going for this. Just a minute, I am opening another one document. So it is another one animation where the 3D point cloud, something like the point cloud has been done. And this is a computer vision where the you are recognizing the edges. So this is one case. This is another one where you are tracking where it is moving. So this is actually the case where you are recognizing where it is moving. So this is a feature tracking using the same camera we are talking about. Then this. So it is having the recognition system where it is going to check what all the things are there. So you are having a person, we have the potted plant. So then we are having the laptop. So it is going to recognize all the things in the same frame. Okay. So there is a cat also. Okay. So we are having so many plants. So all these things are being recognized. This is an object recognition. So this is a semantic segmentation. So where you are segmenting. Okay, so image segmentation is also being done. Another one is the recognition. So it is going to recognize what the object is. For example, if you are having a text, it is going to recognize what the text is. For example, the Hollywood has been written. So it is checking the what is the it is going to recognize what the text is. So it is showing what the text is. Next one is the landmark detection. So we can actually have the skeleton diagrams that are being generated like this. So even the night vision on or off can also be done. So with the night vision on, it will be like this. With the off, it will be like this. So we can also embed the night vision into this. Yeah, so these are the different variants in that, having different versions with the different capabilities. So I am actually talking about the OAK-D Lite. It's not having the night vision, it's having a stereo vision. So we have the 13 megapixel camera. So it's 81 degrees. We have the vision. So USB it is. So let me tell you what is the advantage with this camera. So let me go to the GitHub. Before that, I will show to you another 2 examples where the things could be done. So autonomous tractor navigation. So this is a tractor navigation being made.
Nowadays, advancements in agriculture machinery are the driving force in agricultural production. Right now, these factories are in full swing to speed up production for the spring plantings.
To find out what's going on, we will go to the agricultural machinery factory.
What should we see in the factory? First, let's take a look at the speed. Now is the time for spring plowing, and all the agricultural machinery companies are rushing production in progress. I'm in an agricultural machinery production factory in Weifang, Shandong. Let's see how fast it is to assemble a tractor. After my observation just now, I found that a tractor comes out of the production line every 5 minutes or so. That means this factory can produce more than 400 tractors a day. This is possible with the fully automated production equipment. Right by my side is a transmission air tightness testing equipment. This was previously done manually, which was very slow.
So this is the autonomous tractor navigation system. This is another one vision system.
Cobra Vision is bringing the power of spatial spatial AI to the construction and safety industries. Using OAK cameras to survey the job site, their goal is to ensure workers stay safe, collisions are avoided, and work happens efficiently. Through a rigorous machine learning process, systems are taught how to identify variables.
So here in case of this, security measures are actually being checked. The persons who are working in the mechanical industries must be wearing the helmet. It's a mandatory thing for the protection of their life. So there has to be some manager who need to manage all these things all the time. So it's a laborious process which could be automated using this camera, where it will recognize whether the persons are wearing the helmet all the time or not. So this is one application. So this is another one, warehouse management with the cutting edge technology for the autonomy. So this is another one. So this is autonomous racing vehicles. Again, it is using the Lexonis cameras to ensure the vehicles stay on the course and avoid the collisions. So the racing camera is using this Edge AI. So these are the different advantages. So in case of the smart agriculture, the UAV as well as the UGV are being used, unmanned aerial vehicle as well as the unmanned ground vehicle.
Growing trends in extreme weather patterns resulting from global warming are increasingly straining the world's agricultural industries by amplifying biotic stressors such as weeds, disease, and pests, all of which can reduce crop yields. At Budacare, they are implementing robotic vision solutions to help protect the crop growth cycle. By monitoring crops using unmanned aerial and ground vehicles, the efficiency of biotic stressor identification is greatly improved. Knowing exactly where and in what volume these stressors exist allows for a more targeted application of preventative measures, such as pesticides and herbicides, resulting in a net reduction of their use. Thanks to the power of depth AI and spatial AI OD camera, Budacare was able to focus their attention on system development and solving the real-world problem. Through their experiments, they demonstrated the ability to reduce agricultural pollution while simultaneously improving crop quality.
So again, it is the agricultural technology enabled by the OAK cameras. So we have so many plenty of applications that could be done using this. So I will tell you how it could be done. So we go to the GitHub Luxonics page. So these are the already the things which are available on the GitHub repository. Okay, so depth AI Python library, then the models, okay, and then the ROS, the core. Okay, so these are the different things that are available already. So it can recognize the different things using the depth, just like the fatigue detection, fire detection, emotion recognition. Okay, then the head posture detection. For example, in case of the in the car, to secure the life of the person, the head posture recognition as well as the eyeball movement recognition. These are the things that could be done. Okay, so these are the different things that could be directly done. So we have the capacity to recognize these things, as well as this is another one example where uh, we can check the eyeball movement. So this eyeball movement can also be used for the recognition, to recognize whether the person is sleeping or not. In case of uh, the cars which is moving at a speed of 80 kilometers, 100 kilometers, or 120 kilometers at the midnight, if the driver is becoming actually sleepy, how to recognize that? Again, there has to be some mechanism. So this is one mechanism through which we can recognize whether the driver is becoming sleepy. So eyeball movement we can actually capture. Okay, so this is one example. So like that, we have the different things: the age, gender recognition. All these things are there. So the best part is all these codes are already available. Okay, so these codes are available. Okay, so you need to, if you want to implement on this, you have the repository already ready in this. Okay, so in the depth AI experiments, okay, you can just directly take this to the Jupyter notebook or the Google Colab. Okay, so directly you can start working on this. So that's the interesting part of this. So they have implemented many such examples, and then they have made the repository of that. Okay, so you can directly use this for your projects or your students' projects. So can we take some questions at this point? We'll go to the demo part of this. Uh, Chetan sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, can we have some questions?
Dear participants, any questions?
If you came across any other case study or where it could be used, that can be another one thing also. Okay, so you can specify how it could be used for any other purpose.
Dear participants, any questions or queries? So shall we move on to the demo part, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, sir.
So this is actually the camera I'm talking about. So this is a camera. So if you closely observe this, so it's actually like this. So we are having the three cameras. So using the triangulation, it is going to measure how much is the depth. So I am connecting this to the laptop where I have the software being installed, and I am connecting it to the USB 3. USB 3 I am connecting because the USB 3 it can actually provide the 1 ampere of current, but the USB 2 cannot provide so much of the current. It actually requires around 700 milliampere to 1 ampere current. So the current requirement is more. So it requires that. So this is one thing, as well as for the installation of this. Let me go to that, how it could be used. Okay, so first steps with the depth AI, we need to install the camera as well as the library. So this is having the support for the Windows, Mac as well as the Linux. So this is a setup we are talking about. Make sure to use the USB 3 cable, as this has been very common culprit of the OAKD connectivity issues. We must be having the USB 3. So that's the thing. There are two types of the ports. One is the USB 2, another one is the USB 3. Yeah, so we can directly run the Python program using this. After the installation is finished, we should actually be running the depth AI demo script. We can actually use this using the Python command window. So it's actually recognizing the person as well as the bottle like this. So we are having the window, which will be something like this. I will just open and share the screen similar to that. Let me open the document, open share. So I think the screen is visible to you. So this is a screen I am having. So here I have another one camera which is fitted into it. So if I am directing the camera towards me, so it is showing like this. So the person. So we have another professor sitting next to me. So it is recognizing. So we have the recognition algorithm which is running. So what is the best part? I have not written any program. So it's directly, the model is directly into the hardware. So this camera, whatever I'm talking, so it is having the model in this. So it is going to recognize that. So we can directly have the interface, the programmatic interface after that. Okay. So that's the advantage. So like this, we have the different things. We can actually have the left or right. This is the color. So NN input means it is going to have the recognition, and this is the depth. So depth is like this. So if I bring something to near to this, so if I am bringing any object near to this, okay, then the depth is actually increasing or decreasing. So it is going to check the depth based on the triangulation. So this is the depth. So this is another one, depth raw. So we have the different versions which are running. Yeah, let me go to the important point of this. Let me use the NN input. And if I go to the models, AI properties, if you check, so we have different AI properties like this. So we have the mobile net, custom model, deep lab, person, face detection, face detection, retail, human pose estimation, okay, pedestrian detection, person vehicle bike detection, crossroad, okay, so road segmentation, vehicle detection, okay, so these are the different models we have directly, okay. So CNN, the different CNN model we can select, okay, and then directly go for that. And this is the depth. We have the different depth configuration, the properties, kernel, okay, so all these settings we can actually do. So like this. So it is recognizing, look at this. I am actually showing the monitor, the TV monitor it is actually showing, computer, okay. So it is recognizing the chair, person, that's myself. So it is recognizing, okay. So it is recognizing the chairs. I think it is visible to you. Okay, so all these things are actually being done using this camera, whichever I am talking to you, showing it to you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so how to start with all these Edge AI configurations? I can give you the link in the chat box. You can note them so that it can be useful for the okay, so I actually got one question from the Sandeepa GS. So, is it possible to measure the quality of the video streaming? Quality of the video streaming, again, we need to have another one model. This is actually related to the recognition, classification, object detection. So these are the tasks that we are actually doing. So of course, you can have another one custom model where you are measuring the quality using the different measures like the bit rate, using the SSIM, using the structural similarity, different variants of the structural similarity. Okay, so all these things could be done. Okay, so yeah, any other thing that uh, I need to clarify, Sandeepa? Okay, so if any questions are there, we can take up. Okay, so the different models are there. You can contact me later. I can give you what all the different measures that could be used for the measurement of the quality. Yeah, yeah. So any questions are there, sir? Chetan, sir?
Hello, sir.
No, sir. No, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so there are endless possibilities with the Edge AI, artificial intelligence, the camera, vision, computer vision, image processing, artificial intelligence. So we have endless possibilities, as well as the new technologies are emerging in the cloud. So we have so many opportunities. So I think the faculty can actually use the resources which I have given to you using this. Already the models have been trained. Already the um, uh, already programs are there. So you can directly take them, give it to your students, ask them to implement, even with the webcam also it can be done with the things which are not requiring any the depth measurements. Okay, so the normal recognition system that could be used directly. Okay, so that's what I wanted to tell you. So okay, thank you. I am finished with this. If any questions are there, we can take them.
Dear participants, any queries or questions?
So is it possible to use the Open AI Gym? So I am not, what is meant by the gym? GYM? Can you unmute yourself and speak?
Mr. Sandeep, please unmute and speak.
Okay. So this is the opencv.org, where you can get the open computer vision library. Install that in the system and you can check. Okay, so we have endless possibilities with that. As I said, we have the competition which is running, the OpenCV AI competition 2023. It's an international open source competition on the computer vision as well as AI by the OpenCV Foundation, and they are having a cash prizes up to $48,000 billion in the prizes. So you can ask your students to participate in that. Okay. You have the free courses from OpenCV, where the students can learn or the faculty can learn. I'm putting the link in the chat box. The faculty as well as the students can actually go through this. Kiran sir, thank you for your comments, sir. Okay. So any feedback you want to give? Any questions? It is open. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Chetan.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Aisha. Yeah. Thank you. Nice session. Yeah.
It was very nice session, sir. On behalf of our department and SJM Institute of Technology, I want to express our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Ganesh, sir, for enlightening us during this faculty development program. His session on AI in computer vision from insights to actionable intelligence has not only expanded our knowledge, but also inspired us to explore new frontiers in this field, sir. We are thankful for his expertise.
Knowledge ಇಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ.
We are thankful for his expertise and the valuable insights he shared today. Dr. Ganesh, sir, your dedication to advancing our understanding of AI in computer vision is truly commendable. Thank you for being part of this FDP, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I request our HOD, Dr. Siddesh KB, sir, to talk a few words and thank Dr. Ganesh, sir, please.
Hello, Ganesh. Hello, Professor Ganesh. Audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, wonderful talk on cutting artificial intelligence. I hope all our faculties and participants, research scholars will definitely utilize this opportunity and knowledge for their work and upgrading their knowledge. Thank you for wonderful talk. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
We'll send you the feedback link in the chat box in 2 minutes, and please fill the feedback for your attendance purpose. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Recording stopped.
ಮಾಡೇ ಇಲ್ಲ
ಮಮ್ಮಿ ಯಾವಾಗೂ ಮಾಡೋದೇ
ಮಾಡಮ್ ತಗೋ
ಹ್ಮ್